Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. This is a pre-recorded video. I had a very limited amount of time to do my volume presentation, and so there were a couple of cards that I sort of randomly just said, here's the basics, because I really just wanted to teach you about doing the awesome paper floral dies that were part of the kit. So you saw me kind of put how to put all of the different florals together in these different cards that I finished on the video, but I want to show you how I finished off the other cards. Now this one, we did most of it, but I'm going to go ahead and finish it for you here. Sorry, I had to turn on my lights because I forgot. So I'm going to go ahead. This is Tahitian Tide. This beautiful blue is called Tahitian Tide, and it's one of our in colors. Excuse me. Everybody got a piece of plain white to put on the inside of their card. Now you can decorate this if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and adhere it for you. Because the blue is beautiful, but it's not easy to write on. So you always want to put something inside of a darker colored card. I like my cards flat. Then I gave you this piece that's done with one of the basics folders. That's an online exclusive. I showed you in the kit. You used all three. It comes in a pack of 3 for $30. They're called the basics embossing folders, I believe. And I'm going to mat this one, these wonderful little polka dots, onto a piece of lemon lolly cardstock, like so. And then I love liquid glue because it lets me adjust. And if you've watched me, you know I need a lot of adjustment. Okay, then I'm going to take this beautiful ribbon. Isn't it so pretty? And I'm going to put that on there. Now, if you've watched me enough, you know that I like to take some Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus because it's got a lot of strength, and just put a little bit behind here so that when I put this ribbon on, it helps hold it in place a little better and quicker than the liquid glue will. The liquid glue will, but it's going to take it a minute. You're going to have to hold it. And I know patience is a virtue. It's one I do not have. So, okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this then to the card front, like so. And then in the video, you guys saw me make the flowers. So I'm just going to show you how I quickly put them together. Now I did do the just a note. So I'm going to just trim that off, and then I have another piece of this beautiful Tahitian Tide that I will, oh, see, and I made a boo-boo. Y'all do use both sides of your cardstock, right? That's the fun thing. Stampin' Up! Sells double-sided. I know, bad joke, but I use it a lot. Okay, and so all I did was do that, and then I'm just going to trim it. You can make your trim thinner or fatter, whatever makes you happy. And then it's just a matter of placing the flowers onto the card front. And I'm just using liquid glue right in the center. I'm going to tuck the leaves and other things in there, so I don't want to put too much on at once. Now this one is going to go over the ribbon, so you may want to hold it for just a second. And then add these. I'm going to just go ahead and put the adhesive right behind these cute little buds. And all of these pieces were cut with that beautiful paper florist die that was out when I was selling the kit. It might be back in soon. It's going to be back in soon. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I can put you on my list, and I will watch for it for you so that you don't have to watch for it. Oh, see, and the liquid glue does take a minute to dry, so watch your fingers when you're doing this. If you've got any glue on your fingers, it's going to want to pull them back up. And then the Just a Note is going to go on with some dimensionals, which I'm looking for. Here they are. I have some minis right now, so we'll just go ahead and use those. Didn't mean to grab two, but two will work, apparently, on both sides. It's funny. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pop this on right over the ribbon. And of course, after this, whoops, let's do it the right way. I'm going to lift it up there so that we can see the ribbon underneath. And of course, now I want to add some bling. Sorry about that little hiccup in there. So everybody got a pack of the basic rhinestones with their kit. So I'm going to take the larger ones and I'm going to put them right in the center of the 3 main flowers. This is where the take your pick tool would be handy, and I left it on my other desk. I'll have to grab it before I do my next project with you. You'll see that my sample has colorful ones, and I showed on my video how you can color the clear rhinestone basic jewels, because the jewels that I used were also sold out. So and you can add more as you choose. Okay, so that's the one that I didn't finish. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of an alternative for the other card that didn't get finished. So for the last card, I had in the sample a holiday card, okay, made with the dies, right? And I showed you a little bit about those, and I also showed you about embossing the inside, okay? But now I'm going to make it a little bit different. This is the same embossing, again, part of those 3 embossing folders. And these are the dies, the die pieces from the Paper Florist dies. But we're not going to use those because some of you only bought the kit pieces and not the dies. And so I'm going to show you, I'm using the Petal Builder punch, and I'm going to do the card a little bit differently. Now I have my real red because I've still got real red cardstock, right? So I've got my real red, and I'm just scoring that. You're going to want to put a piece of basic white on the inside of this one as well because it's really dark. And then I thought, do I want this to be a Christmas one? No, I don't. So I'm going to do the flowers up. And I'm going to take the same beautiful ribbon, and it's going to go on there, and the strip of basic white, and I am going to stamp a birthday sentiment from the Charming Sentiments. I'm going to do wishing you the happiest of birthdays. And I'm going to see if I'm in camera. Move up a little bit. I'm going to stamp that off to the side like so. Now I've already punched out and highlighted the flowers, and I think I've done all of them. Let me make sure. I believe I did. That one's not. That one is. That one is. I have one here. One little one just to show you again real quick. You already saw this on the volume video. All you're going to do is just take your blending brush and blend, or a sponge or whatever. And some of them you see I actually just did. It's kind of hard to do in my hand. I just kind of did in the center of the card. Okay, so there is that. Now I want to put it together. So I'm going to start with this sentiment piece right here. I'm going to use my liquid glue, and this is just so you guys can see if you don't have the dies or you have different dies, you can still make these pieces with the card base if you purchase just the card base. Now I want this one to stick pretty good, so I'm going to put some of my Stampin' seal on the back of the ribbon. It doesn't necessarily like being on the ribbon. It wants to be goopy, but I forced it. So I'm going to set that right there. And then do the same thing I did on the other one. Make sure I get those folded in tabs to stick really good. And then place it on my card front, just like I did before. And here's where we're going to make some changes. I'm going to do different flowers. So I'm going to start building, and they're going to be pretty flat. You can make them less flat if you want. So for this one, I'm going to use 2 of the large ones, and I'm just crisscrossing. But if you wanted to, like, you know, flick them up and give them some dimension, you could do that. Or even put them on dimensionals, which would also be fun. But I'm trying to stick as close as I can to what I did, just so you guys can see. So there's like a whole different kind of a flower, right? I'll set that one there. And then I've got a couple of the medium-sized ones. That I'm going to put together like so. And this one is also going to be flat. So I'm going to put it over there. So now for this little one, I'm going to be a little bit different. I've got one of the medium ones, which is going to go on flat right there. Okay. Then I'm going to use some dimensionals for the other ones. And I'm going to put the dimensional right in the center. Or semi-centered, you know, it's me. So you get what you get when I'm making flowers. And I'm going to put that one there. Then let's do it again. Let's pop up one more. And that's going to make this flower pretty dimensional. In fact, it might be a little too dimensional. Let's move that over and do something else. I am a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl. Am I not, everybody? Y'all know me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add an extra flower. I think I'll put it up here just to make it off balance. Because I tend to like do silly things, and I like you guys to do them with me so I don't feel quite so alone. Now, you know my rule of uneven numbers, right? And right now I have 4 flowers. So that just won't do, will it? So luckily, I have one more that I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to lay this one flat too. And I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to grab my rhinestones and add some rhinestones. So again, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you how to color those rhinestones. So I'm going to grab the dark, hang on, change my mind. I'm going to grab the wild wheat dark, look at, I haven't even opened them yet. So here I am opening them. I'm going to grab the wild wheat blends brush, and I'm going to use the brush end. And I'm going to do one in the larger piece, and then one in the medium size, and then I'm going to do 3 of the smallest of the gems. And see how easily it turned them a nice wild wheat color to match the card base. And now my card looks much more coordinated. If you have not tried coloring your pearls or your clear rhinestones, you should try it. It's fun, and don't just think paper when you're thinking your alcohol markers. So there you go. There's two different cards right there. They're similar but not the same. Okay. Here's another card that I did. It's not part of the kit, but I wanted you to see it. So there is everything that I wanted to show you guys to finish off the volume presentation. So have a great day, you guys. Again, I'm Carrie Beglow, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this has been a pre-recorded video to go with the volume kit. Have a blessed day.